Well, YouTube, what's happening? Welcome back to another video. Might be a bit smelly here, but not the happiest of the videos. We unfortunately got beaten in the championship last week, or at the weekend, by the time you're watching this. And yeah, it's a frustrating one, but we're in that limbo period of taking the downtime after the season before getting ready for the off-season stuff. So literally just sitting down, had my electrolytes, creatine, sitting in a coffee here, about to jump on a coaching call with coaches call with Dara, our coach inside the program. So I thought I'd jump on and talk you through a bit of a day in the life, what I'm up to as we make that transition from in-season into the off-season. So yeah, unfortunate, we get beat by 2 points. Had plenty of chances to win it, but listen, when you don't take the chances, you get punished, and that's the way it goes. It's a ruthless out of game, so no complaints really. Yeah, shite, but listen, it is what it is. So yeah, basically plans. That's one thing I'm going to chat about today. Like, there's one thing before I get into the video, it's one thing that we'll cover in the webinar that I'm hosting on Monday night. So Monday, 22nd of September, by the time you're watching this, it better not be too late. But if you click the link down in the description, you can get yourself registered to it. It's completely free. I'm going to be running through everything I'm chatting about in this video. Literally how to get downtime after the season without fucking taking too much downtime and going backwards. Making sure that you're getting into the off-season mark, but you're not going in and going to be fried after a couple of weeks because you're like, I'm fed up with this, I should have took a longer break. And then what to actually work on, how to review your season, the audit. They're going to do a physical performance audit, see what areas you're strong in, see what areas need improved on, and then together we're going to put together an action plan so you know exactly what you need to be working on over the off season, have the most productive one yet, and come back 2026 ahead of the pack. So that's going to be my plan. I'm going to chat you through how I'm going about it here initially in the first week, just to again get that bit of downtime. It's now Wednesday. I think I'm going to get back into a wee bit of training today, to be honest. The game was on Sunday. Didn't train Monday. Didn't train Tuesday. Went into the sauna last night. And I say going and doing training, it's not going to be anything massively structured. I'm just going to go and get a bit of a session done because I feel good when I train. Yeah, a couple of days off was nice. Body was pretty sore after the game. But yeah, I always feel a lot better whenever I'm training. I also have a few other goals I'm going to chat through, which kind of require me to get stuck into pretty soon. But yeah, I'll catch up with you. I need to go jump on this call, and then I'll catch up with you later in the call. But yeah, that's what we're running through today. Day in the life, what we're working on, my own goals, my own targets, my season review, and then me mapping out my own goals for the next couple of weeks and couple of months here. And just talking you through the process of doing that. So if you're in the off season or you come to the off season, it's going to be a good one for you. Stay tuned and make sure you get registered for our webinar on Monday as well. Chat is in a few. Right, so first half of the day done. It is 11:45. I'm gonna go get the first meal into me at some point. We're going to take a bit of time to chat you through the goals, what I'm thinking for the off-season here, and just sort of my process. Again, I'm going to talk through this all in the webinar on Monday, so if you're not booked in and you're not registered or signed up for it, please get in. Probably one of the natural things is like players, even when the season's going on, they're probably thinking like, right, what am I going to be doing in the off-season? Or thinking about what they need to work on and getting that time. Like, it's shit getting beat and all the rest, but it's like when you flip it, there's a silver lining to it. As much as you still want to be in the championship, you want to be winning championships, competing for championships, and you want the season to go on, like the latter stages. It's not often you get an opportunity to work on things for a period of time on your own. So whenever that opportunity does come around, it's good to be able to, I suppose, cash in on it and make the most of it to an extent. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to the next few months. And I have a few travel plans and that in there, so a few of the goals tie in nicely with that. So I suppose my process initially for taking that wee bit of downtime before I get stuck into things, it's like I'm not hitting the ground running 100 miles an hour right away. It's almost like a phased approach and like a layered approach. So we're literally, we'll ease back, take a bit of downtime. I've been off the last couple of days. Today I'm going to go and do a wee bit just to get myself moving again, get something done, just to feel like I'm doing something. No real structure to it. I'll just go and get a wee bit of a pump on the gym and maybe jump in the sauna afterwards. And then week on week, it's just adding a layer and building it back up over the next probably 3-4 weeks here, 3 weeks anyway. Main goals and plans for the next wee while. The start of November, I'm heading to Australia. So obviously, I'm going to be staying in Bondi, so I need to be fucking shredded for that. So that's the first goal, is a wee bit of a tidy up. Obviously, for heading away, being in Australia, on the beach, tops off and all the rest, want to be lean for that. But at the same time, it's like the off-season is the perfect time to get the body composition in the position where you're comfortable with, you're happy with, so you don't have to worry about it when you're in season. And the last couple of years, I haven't had the opportunity to do it over the off season because of, especially last year anyway, I was rehabbing. I was in a surplus, focusing on building muscle, building everything back up and recovering as efficiently as possible, which then meant I came into the season slightly heavier than where I wanted to be. So I had to go and do a wee bit of a tidy up during the year. Whereas now, if I use these next sort of 6 to 8 weeks just to attack that, get the body fat down to a level that I'm happy with, and then I can carry that throughout the whole season and just focus on maintenance and fueling performance and staying lean year round. So yeah, that's the plan there initially. Currently I'm sitting around like 81.5 to 82 kg in my morning weigh-ins. So yeah, probably about looking at shifting about 4 or 5 kg. If it gets sub 79, like I know I'm going to be lean there, but I want to push that towards this sort of 78, possibly even like 77, depending on how we're getting on, and just seeing how far I can really push it. If I get to the point where I feel like I'm too lean, I can always put a wee bit of timber, a wee bit of insulation back on. But yeah, it gives you that wee bit of wiggle room to get lean enough to where you're like, right, sweet, I'm in a good spot here that I'm happy with. It's not that I'm in a bad spot by any means. Like by my own standards, I'm still relatively lean, but by my own standards, I feel like I can be leaner. And I would do no harm being that wee bit leaner. Plus, just it's nice to be a wee bit leaner as well. So yeah, that's the plan initially. Plan of attack for that, because we only have realistically 6 weeks, probably 6 full weeks anyway, before I head to Australia, we're going pretty aggressive for it. So we're seeing how far we can kind of push the calories. Starting off around like 2,400, 2,600 calories per day, which for me is definitely below my maintenance. 10, 12,000 steps a day. And then training wise, I haven't fully got my training program in place yet. But I imagine I'll be training 6 days a week anyway, like probably a few double sessions that in there as well. But I'll have more to update you on. There'll be plenty of off-season training going on over the next wee while anyway. So just to see what I'm up to from a training standpoint. From the physical standpoint, like in terms of what they actually work on, I suppose just keeping the body happy, keeping the body injury free is the big thing. But driving on the conditioning side of things, pushing up the speeds again. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to having an off-season where I can just fucking attack it, cover. Like it's a case of there's no one area that needs a massive improvement, but it's like bringing everything up across the board by a couple of percent will just like keep me going in that right direction. I actually had a call with one of our clients yesterday, Cormac. We were chatting about the same, like the trajectory, the direction that he's going in has been fucking class. And he's now at the off season and he's kind of like struggling to find something that he wants to improve on, but it's a case of everything's going in the right direction, everything's in a good spot, but it's like, right, can we just keep adding a couple of percent to each area across the board? And I suppose once you do get to a certain level, that's the way things are going to be. Like you're not going to have a lot of things to go and improve on. It's not going to be like there's no one glaringly obvious thing. When everything's at a decent standard, like that's where we chat about going from like good to great. Things are good, things are steady, they're not bad, not in a bad place, but it's like, right, we just want to keep chipping away and keep moving the needle forward. So that's where I'm at. My plan will be to go over and see Alan Murdoch in Bath. We'll go through like a sort of profile and see where we're at, see what qualities need brought up a wee bit, and then he'll put the plan in place from there for the next couple of months. I'll be training with him over the next few months. I've committed to him anyway for the next 3 months. So what are we in? Basically, say September, October, November, and then we'll see where we're at come December time. If we come home from Australia, decide to stay for another wee bit, we'll see what the crack is. But yeah, body composition is the primary goal at the moment. Getting the body fat down. I don't think I've ever focused on getting the body fat down when I've been at this time of the year. So something different, something nice, and knowing that I'm going to the sun and going to the beach obviously helps matters as well. So yeah, that's the crack. That's what I'm planning now, and that's why I've pushed my first meal back to 12 o'clock. So I have a shorter window to get my food in, and I'm not starving come the evening, which is when I like to eat most of my food. So I actually leave more food to the back end of the day, and that'll work out all right. So yeah, that's the crack for the goal side of things for now. I'll have a bit more of a think about it throughout the day here, and we'll chat about it in more detail. And yeah, it's just sort of in that period of still digesting the result, digesting the season, still breaking it down. But overall, like the big thing for me was just getting back playing consistently this year, and I have played consistently. I played every game I was available for, bar one. Because I didn't get put on. If anyone that's been watching the YouTube videos this year will remember that one where I stayed down in Dublin afterwards. I think it was awfully away in the league. It was my first game back in the panel and didn't get put on. I was fucking fuming. But outside of that, I've played every other game that I've been available for, which has been class. And yeah, didn't miss any games through injury. Yeah, which is obviously what you want, especially when you've been injured on and off with the one recurring hamstring over the last couple of years. Got the surgery to get it fixed. Rehab all went well. Back playing consistently, which is I'm buzzing with that from a personal standpoint. But obviously, you want to kick on now. You want to keep pushing the levels. You want to keep going forward, moving forward. If you're not growing, you're down. Big believer in that. So it's like that idea of continuous growth and improvement. It's like, right, how do we keep getting better? Adding a couple of percent, they're coming back at a new level each year. So yeah, body composition is going to be the big one. Continue improving the engine, getting the fitness up, get the body used to hitting those high volumes again. There were some times there throughout the year where just the amount of workload that we were going through was just taking its toll on the body. So the off-season is a good chance to go above and beyond that workload, get the body accustomed to it, and then whenever we come back into the pre-season, we're hitting the ground running. It's not a shock to the system. That's goal number one, improving the body composition. I'm using this as public accountability. I'm going to be documenting the process as well. My plan is to be getting out weekly vlogs here, like vloggy style, documenting the process, documenting the journey, showing the progress, showing the results, and yeah, just essentially make the off season like a series. Shows what I'm doing training wise, food, progress, life, moving to Australia. Going for a month, but I might extend it a wee bit. I'll see. Might line up another bit of trip here to get away for a bit of sun too. Coaching, we're going to have in-person coaching days coming up, so yeah, there's plenty to keep us busy over the next couple of weeks, couple of months. I'm going to show as much of that as possible on YouTube, so if you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure you get us over on Instagram as well, where we'll have plenty of that sort of content too. Sitting around 82 kg, time to get to 78, and we'll reassess where we're at from there. As I say, going pretty aggressive to start with, because I want to get the body fat down before I'm in Australia, and maybe like reverse out of it when I'm there. Or if I need to keep pushing a wee bit, I can keep pushing while I'm there and then reverse out by the time I come back. But yeah, I want to have those calories well built back up before Christmas, when there'll be a few pints and that, a few nights out and all the rest. So give myself a wee bit of wiggle room. Essentially, I want to get into the best shape of my life, like best shape I've ever been in, and just maintain that consistently year round. Because there's been times, I know there's been a few videos this year where I've been chatting about dropping body fat here and there, but there was no period where I got to like commit to it fully for an extended period, because different goals popped. Like the priority was always to be performing, maximising the energy, maximising recovery, and there was times where just the workload was getting pretty high. It just didn't make sense to be in a deficit. So now that we're into the off season, now is the time to chase that. I'll chat a bit more about the physical goals, breaking down the performances, how I felt in the year. I'll come back to you after I get this food, and I have a bit more work to do. I have another call, Wednesday workshop call, breaking down everyone's technique, putting that up. Consultation call with a new client coming on board. They've been filling up pretty quickly. Again, come to the off season, busiest time of the year. Spaces are going to be getting pretty limited. Myself and Dara were chatting earlier with a coach's call. Essentially, we're going to have about 4 to 5 spaces per month, just to make sure that we can onboard people in the most effective way and keep the service to the highest possible standard. We're not about just bringing on fucking loads of numbers and playing the numbers game. We want because we have such a hands-on approach, we're building the program out around you, around your goals, around your schedule, all the rest of it. We need to give you the time that you deserve, the time and energy that you deserve, and the detail that it deserves. So yeah, it's a bit more time consuming. So we want to make sure that the quality is of the highest standard. So we don't want to just take on fucking 20, 30 people all in one go. There's this idea of like operational capacity. I learned this before. It's like, I think it's like aerospace, like airplane fucking manufacturers, they only work at like 80% capacity, so that if there's a massive order comes in, and they have like a 20% buffer, so if things do get really hectic, they have that room, rather than working at 100% capacity all the time, and then something goes wrong or they can't get something done, they're not going to like 110, 120, 130%. It's like they have that wee bit of a buffer there. So that's kind of where we're at. Could we take more players on? Yeah, 100% we could, but we don't want to. We want to keep it, keep the service as high quality as possible. We want to keep the standards as high as possible, and give you the time, energy, and focus that you deserve and require. Looking forward. I love this time of the year. It's exciting. Loving players seem a lot more focused and a lot more. They're ready to get stuck into something, ready to hit the ground running. So it's class. Good time of the year. That winter arc and all that crack. You probably, if you're watching this, you probably see all that sort of content popping up on Instagram and that. And I'm all for it. If that helps you lock in a wee bit and get the head down and work towards something, then fucking use it to your advantage. That's what I'm doing anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna get the food into me here. Going poached eggs, bit of bacon, rashers, maybe a wee bit of avocado on toast. Nice mix of protein, healthy fats. Again, probably keep me satiated for a while, especially when the calories are that wee bit lower. It's going to keep me feeling full. And yeah, you're not starving after a meal, so you can wait that wee bit longer before the next meal. And again, it's later in the day, so we have a shorter window for getting the food in, so it doesn't feel like I'm spreading the food out too far, not too hungry in between meals. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to go eat. Right, so first meal of the day, we've got toast, 3 poached eggs, got a bit of bacon on top. Bacon medallions, so it's only like 62 calories in 2 slices, which is fucking class and tastes great. Good bit of protein. We've got a bit of avocado on top, and then we've got salt, pepper, chili flakes, and a bit of sriracha. So hard to whack, hard to beat. Tastes great. Plenty of protein, healthy fats. Fills you up, and I'll tell you, I think it's about 600 odd calories. I'll fill you in now because I've a tracked. 670 calories, 30 grams of fats, 45 grams of protein, which is good, 49 grams of carbs. So yeah, I suppose 2,400 calories, as I was saying. Macro breakdown, we're looking at 160 grams of protein, as always. So in around like 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. Fats then, you're looking around 0.5 to 1 gram per kilo of body weight. I'm somewhere in between about 60 grams of fats there. And then carbs are basically the rest. So 305 grams of carbs. Not a massive amount of intense training at the moment, so I don't really need that amount of carbs. If training starts to get ramped up here, I might revisit that and look at that, but that's what we're going with for the time being. Again, even if training does get ramped up a bit, I've no immediate need to be like at my peak performance, so I can afford to have a wee bit of fatigue there. In some sessions, I don't get me wrong, don't want to be running to the ground, but yeah, if I'm not 100% fresh and I'm not flying, like it's not the end of the world, because the priority is getting the body fat down, and with that there's a few trade-offs. Recovery might suffer a small bit down the line, not initially, but down the line, whenever things start to get ramped up. But again, it's big picture thinking. It's like short-term pain for long-term gain. Short-term pain now over the next couple of weeks and months in the off-season, to be long-term feeling lean, feeling sharp, coming back next season, not having to worry about managing the body composition, just a case of maintaining that leanness, maintaining that shape, and fueling for performance and support and recovery. So you have to push it sometimes and then pull back at other times, and now is one of those times I'm gonna push from a body composition standpoint. But we're gonna get this into me now, and have a call at 1 with a potential new client coming on board. So yeah, we'll catch up after that. Not bad at all, not bad one, not bad. So I've been sitting doing a fair bit of work here the last few hours. We had a coaching call this morning. I had a consultation call, so a potential new client coming on board. And then we did a bit of onboarding there for one of the new clients who signed up. Did a coaching call with the Wednesday workshop, so just putting up videos, breaking down speed videos, gym videos, giving feedback that way. And then I've been trying to get dates together for in-person training day. Yeah, basically the off-season is probably the best time that we can get them in. During the season, just completely hectic with so many different team schedules, training schedules, players being pulled all different directions, like, and things changing last minute. Like it's so hard to plan things when you're in season, and trying to get everyone together. So the off season is a good time to get that done. So yeah, we're looking at a couple of dates. One date in October, and then looking at the 1st of November as a popular one. So looking to get 2 at least in-person training days done there, and basically getting all the clients together, doing a speed session, a bit of a gym session, grab a bit of grub, and then yeah, just get a bit of a catch up, get everyone together. It's pretty cool. Class days, getting all the clients like just bouncing ideas off each other, sharing with each other. It's always class, and yeah, just it's always good to get everyone in person. Whenever you do so much work online, whenever you actually see people in person, it's a different buzz. It's always good. And then just did a bit of work on the presentation for the webinar and getting a bit of content sorted. So that's the head of it at the moment. So we've got a good bit done here. We can get that down. So the off-season blueprint, plenty of stuff got in there. So there's fucking plenty of content. Yep. So yeah, a few things to tweak, tidy up, finalize. I'll be working on that today, tomorrow. Get it done for Friday so that we're ready to go then for Monday the 22nd, which will be, it's going to go out on Thursday. Today's Wednesday, it's going out on Thursday, so it'll be what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days, 5 days, 4 days until the webinar. So yeah, again, I keep on talking about it, but get down to that link down below, and if you haven't registered, fucking get registered now. Alright. Even if you're gonna take plenty from the webinar, gonna be giving away a few things to make sure that you have the best possible off season to date. So yeah, make sure you get in on it. Also we've done up this wee office a wee bit, the back room. Call it an office, it's a back room. We'll turn the lights on, make it nice and baby. Where do you see this? So, you remember we had the big fucking stand-up desk. Don't know if that looks any good. But yeah, we have a new wee table and desk over here. Big nice mirror in the background. New chair there that doesn't fit fully under. And this is like a pulls out as a sofa bed, but also looks like a bit of a sofa. We've got a bookshelf with books that I read a long time ago and don't really dip into anymore. Trying to make the place a bit more practical and yeah, just do it up a bit as well. Need to get a plant here. We're waiting on a plant coming. That should actually be coming pretty soon. Need to get something up above me here. Trying to find artwork or something nice is hectic. Plan now, I'm actually going to tidy the rest of the house, give a bit of a clean, get a few washes done, and then I'm going to go and train. Just go in, probably go for a bit of an upper body pump, might do a wee bit of lower body loading, see how I feel. Get into the sauna, come home, get dinner into me, and yeah, a few messages and stuff to get back to you on Instagram. So plenty of players reaching out, getting into the off season. So if you're thinking about it and you have been thinking about it for a while, or you've been on the fence about reaching out, I would say reach out pretty soon, because yeah, we're not going to have an awful space are going to be going pretty quickly. This is the time of the year where things take off, the interest goes through the roof. So yeah, so to make sure you don't miss out, make sure you reach out in enough time to secure your spot. But I'm gonna go get a wee bit done and make the dinner. Paul's away out there, so I'll make the dinner for her coming home. And that's about it. A few more steps to get on that too. That's the day of the lives over the next wee while. Are gonna be lots of calls, onboarding, speaking with clients, all that crack, and then my own training. That's gonna be life for the next wee while, which is sweet. Get the head down, lock in, get diced. Need to get some sun to get tan. Gonna grow the hair out. Gonna continue to build the business, trying to hit new heights, deliver fucking serious results, get all the players in the unbelievable shape and have them all at the top of the pack. When they're going back into their team's pre-season, so everyone turns around to them and goes, "What the fuck were you doing over the winter?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, we're part of Potential Performance," and yeah, they're noticeably ahead of the pack. So yeah, that's the plan. That's basically the winter plans. When you go to Australia, take up surfing, and yeah, knock them home again. We'll see. What's happening? We're back in action. We are back. Fuck, we're back in place. We're back from the gym. I went and just kind of pottered about. Somebody's going to come on and tell me this is the wrong knife to be chopping up potatoes with, but I don't really care, mate. But yes, as I say, I went to the gym. I just kind of fucked about a wee bit. Just one of those sessions. I just wanted to go in and do something and to feel like I was doing something. Nothing hectic, nothing too structured, as I was saying. Literally went in, bit of upper body, pull-ups, shoulder press, a couple of rows, hanging leg raises, a few curls, and then I just hopped on the bike and the rower. Just did like 4 minutes on, 1 minute rest in between. Just did it twice in each, just to get a bit of a sweat up. And then I really only went around to go to the sauna and get in, and the sauna was rammed. There was no room in the inn. So just got a shower and came home, get the dinner on here. So yeah, we're getting the dinner on. As I was saying earlier, I'm on the shred. I'm getting absolutely diced for Australia. I'm getting into the shape of my life. I'm getting in the fucking top 1% shape, down to about 4% body fat. No, I'm joking. Any of the boys watching, yous will use another crack with the 4%. Basically, me and my mates have a inside joke where if someone gets lean or someone's getting shredded, it's like 4%. So yeah, that's the plan, 4%. Or in other words, thick skin lean. Hopefully, don't get banned or anything for that or flagged for that. But if you know, you know. So yeah, dinner of the night. We've got chicken on the go. We're getting spuds on. We're gonna put them in the air fryer and make them into chips. 500 grams of spuds. Chicken breast, and then we'll get veg on the go. And we might do a wee bit of curry sauce or something, make it like a curry chip. But we'll see how I feel. That could be a good shout, you know. But yeah, as I was saying, so that was my point. That's why I was talking shit. So here's Paula FaceTime me. Hang on. It's on the mugger.
Hi.
It's crack. Right, it was rudely interrupted there by Paula fucking FaceTime me. But yes, we've got the potatoes on the go. That's what I was chatting about. I was chatting about food volume. So when you're in a deficit, getting the most amount of food in for the least amount of calories is the aim of the game. Obviously within reason, like you want to make it actually fucking nice food as well. Like you see people eat fucking, I don't know what they eat, but you know where people, it's low calories and they eat loads of stuff and it just tastes like shit. Like you need to have some sort of enjoyment with it. And what's not to enjoy with potatoes in the air fryer? Like magic. Probably put a bit too much of that in, but it's only a couple of kgs. Seasoning is key. Salt. Plenty of it. So we're going 500 grams in each one just to split it up. I'll have one tonight and Paula says she's at there, so I get more tomorrow. Pepper. And then a bit of garlic. And then one of them I'm going to do a wee bit of paprika. So of it, we've got chicken in the oven, potatoes in the air fryer, making the chips, and then we get some veg on the go as well. So that's the other thing with food volume. Veg is obviously great for making nutrients and all the rest, but it is, again, plenty of volume for relatively low calories. And then you know yourselves, if you've been watching me long enough, you'll know that I am all about the frozen veg because I'm a lazy bastard and don't want to prepare stuff that doesn't need prepared. Yeah, just fire it on the pan. Air fret. What's that? Stir fret. That's the one. So going broccoli, and then we'll stir fry these. So like Mediterranean, char grilled Mediterranean vegetables, and then some mushrooms in there, and then that'll be nice. So I'll run through the calories for the day, see where we're at. So yeah, so far we've had the eggs this morning. Eggs, avocado, half an avocado, 2 rounds of toast, 2 bacon medallions. Lunch we had a load of Greek yogurt, the 300 grams of Greek yogurt, blueberries, raspberries, honey, bit of peanut butter. And dinner here we're gonna have it's probably about more than 160 grams of chicken, but probably about 180-ish for the big one anyway. 100 grams broccoli, veg, and then the potatoes 500 grams. And then we had a peanut butter ball this morning as well that didn't track. Out in the walk, went for a coffee, grabbed the peanut butter ball. Well, I have it tracked here now, down there. So we're sitting on 1975 calories for the day, 426 left. We're going for 2-4. 14 grams of protein left to get in, so we'll get yogurt here after dinner. So it leaves us with 260 calories left. So I'll be getting in an ice cream. We have a couple of ice creams in there. Wee cones, soft scoop ice cream cones. It's like chocolate and it's like an Oreo sort of biscuity thing on top of it. That's about, what is it? Actually, probably have it here. 221 calories. And that leaves us with 38 calories left over for the day. Finishing up on, yeah, protein 174, carbs 246, and 76 grams of fat. 2,362. Instead of just reading off the fucking screen there, I was reading off the, trying to read through this screen. But yeah, that's a bit of an insight into what we'll get up to today. Plenty of coaching calls. That's the crack of the minute. Like we're literally coming into the stage where we're flat out. It's been the same process the last couple of years, or the same pattern the last couple of years. Summer months kind of dip a wee bit, get a wee bit quieter. It's about keeping the current clients, like giving everything to them, not too many new clients coming in, and it's actually nice because you're focused on football, you're away on a few holidays. It's like you don't want to be bringing too many people in at that stage, and then when it comes to towards the off season, comes towards the winter, there's a lot of people coming on board. Things are getting busy, and it's just a nice time to lock in, as we were saying earlier, the winter arc and all that. Nice time for myself to lock in with my own training, nutrition, all the rest, like just routine, lifestyle, habits, and obviously get the head down. Like work's a big part of that as well. Big part of my, like whenever I'm going well in training, structures there, plans there, everything just goes through the roof. Like so, buzzing to get the head down, and yeah, really excited for the next couple of months. Yeah, I think I spoke about my goals earlier on. I suppose I'll go into more depth and more clarity on them, and you'll see that over the next wee while. If you come to the webinar on Monday, you'll see me talking about what I'm going through and what the plans are. But yeah, I'm gonna get. Essentially, I'm in a good spot. I feel like there's nothing there that needs like massively overhauled. Body composition is the main thing. That's more of like partly like a vanity project, because I want to look class going on holidays, and I want to see how far I can push it. Like I want to push it to like the leanest I've ever been, and I want to be able to maintain that like year round. I do maintain like a relatively decent level of like a low level of body fat. But it's one of those ones that can always be leaner. It's never impacting my performance, but it's like I feel a bit better. I feel better when I'm leaner. I look better when I'm leaner, and yeah, there's no reason why I can't maintain that, and I would like to see the impact on performance. Just feeling that wee bit sharper, that wee bit tighter. It always like look good, feel good, play good, and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna push it out here. From a performance standpoint, then it's just bringing everything up across the board by a couple of percent. Like there's nothing drastically that needs work. Get a wee bit stronger, get a wee bit more robust, get a bit faster, get a bit fitter, a bit more agile, and yeah, that's the crack. There's no massive. It's like, again, as I said, if you get to that point where it's like more of the same, it's like, you know, classic case for everyone: bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive, fitter, leaner. But yeah, that's the plan for the off season anyway. I'll be documenting plenty of that process over the next wee while, so stay tuned. As I say, hit subscribe and keep us come along for the journey. If there's any specific things that you want to see, I'm going to be showing speed sessions, conditioning sessions, gym sessions, days of eating, day in the lives, all that crack. Gonna bring you along on the travels and all that too. So I'm excited. As shit as it is being out that you'd rather be still playing, I'm excited for getting stuck into the off season and getting the head down, getting a good bit of work done, and just seeing how far we can push things. Like so. Dinner time here. Look at the finished article. Once this, absolutely magic. So 500 grams of potatoes. We've got the broccoli in there. We've got Mediterranean veg. We've got our chicken. Plenty of spices and all going on there. I'm gonna need some form of sauce. Probably gonna go a wee bit of sriracha on it, but taste test first. Chicken, grape, veg, grape, broccoli, and then we've got two different types of potatoes. So you got the one with just the garlic on it, powerful, and then the ones with garlic and a bit of what was that one there? The red thing, paprika, magic. I'm some fucking chef, boys. I'm unbelievable. It's too good, lads. That's how simple it is. Like the feed of that plate. This will be how I make a fucking wee boy out of this deficit and get absolutely diced. Plenty of food volume and plenty of protein, decent amount of carbs, fills you up, tastes good. You can eat that literally every day of the week. Even looks good on the gram too. What is it calories wise? 712 calories, 100 grams of carbs, 53 grams of protein. Hard to whack, lads. Hard to whack. But yeah, I'm gonna get this into me now, and then I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna get this video uploaded for it to be edited. A few client messages to get back to, and then I'm gonna chill out, have an ice cream, and watch Yellowstone, on the last season of Yellowstone. Steps are in, it's 20 past 8. Finish off a wee bit of work, chill out. But yeah, gonna run off the video here. Cheers for watching as always. If you're in the same boat and you've beaten the championship, I'm gutted for you, but listen, it's not the end of the world. There's always something we can be doing. We're always the silver lining is we have our time back. You have the time to, I suppose, have a bit of a life again, but you've also a good opportunity to get the work done. Whether you had a great season and you want to build to an even better level, or the season didn't really go to plan, now it's the perfect time to put that right, get the work done. That's going to set you ahead in 2026. So again, I've said it a few times, if you haven't registered for the webinar, click the link in the description down below, get yourself signed up, and it's going to be fucking class. So Monday 7 p.m, we're going live Monday the 22nd by the time you're watching this. If you're registered and you can't make it live, we will record it and send you out the recording. If you're not registered, unlucky, you're not getting it, so go get fucking registered for it. As well as that, if you just want to get stuck in the program, then the off-season program will be down below, or if you want to work with us on a one-to-one level, we will have spaces becoming available, but they will be going pretty quickly. So get in touch with me either on Instagram, have a chat first, or book a call using the links page down below. For this video anyway, over and out. Looking forward to bringing you a lot more of the off-season training, nutrition, goals, targets, what I'm up to, all the rest. But until then, so like, subscribe, share with a teammate. I'll see you on Monday, and I'll see you in the next video.